Welcome everybody to the
Be a Man
podcast. Our theme song. That's all you get. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So, this is our inaugural podcast, starting off with the 2013-14 NBA forecast.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
I'm ready to get this season started.
That's right.
It's
There's only so much 2K.
Yeah,
But anyway, I think we're going to start off. We're just going to run through some your kind of classic predictions, and then we're going to talk about some other bullshit.
a lot of bullshit.
Okay, so we're going to start with the playoff teams. Let's start in the Eastern Conference. Who's their number one team?
My number one team, Miami, has to be.
All right, me too. I've heard a lot of people say that they think that Chicago's going to have the best record overall, and maybe not, but I still think that Miami's got the talent and they have more depth to really just take it the whole way and run number one seed overall again.
Yes, they do. Speaking of Miami,
They got additions to Mike Miller, boo-hoo. He played five. He played
yeah,
the playoffs.
he's not a big loss.
They can have Ray Allen play, take those shots.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Bees, Michael Beasley,
oh man,
second coming.
oh my head.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, he in game punched himself in the head. You should look it up if you haven't seen it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
They claimed it was like a Lou Admonson elbow.
Yeah.
Compounded by multiple punches to the face.
But we know what it was.
Yeah. So
I think it was just a bad idea for him to come back to Miami. You remember when his first stint and he would have that picture and
all
the beer bottles?
Yeah, him passed out with some chick.
And now he's made a little more money and now he's coming back. Oh.
But
and then you got Big Greg.
Yeah, Big Greg.
So practicing.
Hey, first practice in 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years, man.
That's right.
Jeez.
All right.
Can't believe this for 4 years.
But we all know, we think that he's going to play well for him.
You're 25 years old, 7 foot. Come on. You give me 12 and 13, that's all I need.
Yeah.
2 blocks?
Yeah.
That's a stud. Get out of here, Chris Bosh. Take your
right.
get yourself.
Right. Anyway.
So, speaking of which, how long do you think it is till he's traded? You think they trade him?
I think that, because all three of them can opt out after this year, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I think it depends on if they get any sort of in writing guarantee that he's not going to opt out those last 3 years.
Yeah, that'd be tough to do.
So I think it's more likely they trade him at the end of the year, maybe after he.
Can you trade him right before the thing? With the opt-out thing, is that all legal?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm sure probably like on July 1st or something. It will, like they'll have a window after the finals to lock in their player option.
Yeah, I got you. That'd be a good little draft deal.
All right. So number 2.
Indiana.
Ooh, Indiana. I have Chicago.
Okay.
Could go either way. I think Derrick Rose will come out with a vengeance.
Yes.
And he's going to be so good that
Those Adidas commercials.
Yeah. They worked for Robert Griffin, huh?
That poor guy.
I think Derrick Rose will have a little better success. I think he's going to come out with a vengeance, and people aren't going to care that they're paying Carlos Boozer $15 million to be worse than Taj Gibson.
Gosh, I think this, from what I've heard, the strategy is to cut them this year because it works out better. It actually takes their numbers down and opens up, because I think they'd still be in the tax if they would have cut them.
Probably, because I know Dang's contract is up at the end of this year.
Yeah, you think he's coming back?
I think he's gonna go for money.
Yeah, and I think he will too. And Charlotte,
yeah,
Dallas,
no Charlotte, yeah,
Charlotte, throw money at him.
Yeah, but so I think you could get things out of Derrick Rose, and I mean they were really competitive without him. So, all right, but third, I have Indiana.
Okay, yeah, that could be a big toss-up.
Yeah, I think Yeah, that's a coin flip either way for me. Those teams are like really good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on if Paul George continues to make those like superstar strides.
Oh yeah, for sure, and I think he will.
Because I mean, the dude's legit, but we'll see. We'll see how it happens with Danny Granger back. I think they're better, but I don't know. Is he going to start or is he going to cry if he comes off the
He's
bench?
15. Is he 15 million a year?
Yeah, this is expiring.
So, do you think he's gone by the All-Star break or trade deadline? I mean,
Yeah, I think there's a good. I think they should really listen to offers. I think his skill set with Paul George is kind of redundant,
oh, completely.
and well, they could
Especially
play.
with Lance Stephenson.
Yeah, Lance Stevenson. For a lot cheaper. I think if they could get. Like, I don't know, point guards are really hard to come by, but
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Darren Collison did money.
he didn't get any. He's backing up CP3 again, and
Yeah, but
no, he got like
okay.
nothing. Like
I guess that shows.
he signed for like the minimum.
Mm-hmm. But you still got
just so he can prop himself up playing behind Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, I know
Again.
exactly. He's doing something. Well, no, speaking of Indy, Tyler Hansborough's gone.
Yeah, is he in Toronto now?
Yeah, Toronto. So that's a perfect fit for him. Well, I don't know. The corn-fed
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta keep the Whitebuster. But so who does that open it up for? Who's their David West? But who's their backup
Well,
at the 4?
Pendergraph was there.
Is
but
he getting big numbers?
I don't know if he's there anymore.
Yeah.
Let's see. We can look into that.
And so
Uh-huh.
Indiana, Lance Stevenson makes some strides. It was a contract year for him, right?
I'm not sure if it's a
Because I didn't
contract
remember
year.
him getting paid. Maybe it'll be this year as a contract year.
He is a second rounder, so they might have signed it a little different than your normal rookie deal. They might have given him, might not have an opt out as. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But who do you got number 4?
Number 4 is kind of like with Indiana, Chicago, but I have Nets and Knicks 4 and 5. It goes either way. And so Nets could be 4, Knicks could be 4, Nets could be 5, Knicks could be 5.
Okay, let me. Okay, I have the Knicks. Yeah, I have the Knicks 4 and the Nets 5.
Okay.
Like, I think that the Knicks could be a better regular season team, but I still if they play each other in the playoffs, that would be Nets. Because that's when them old fuckers can really turn it up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, it's funny that I've heard Jason Kidd talk about statistics show that Joe Johnson's the best last second player, last minute of the game clutch shots, his percentages for whatever statistic that he has made it seem like he is the best one on the team. And there's no way I'm not putting the ball in Paul Pierce's hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, Paul Pierce has done it in the finals.
And Paul Pierce doesn't need ISO,
No, he could do a screen and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
And he could pass the ball.
Much better with Deron Williams. How do you do an ISO with that?
Oh, I forgot. Luis Scola. He is in Indiana. He got waived.
Oh yeah, that's big.
That's a perfect role
That is,
for him.
yeah, see you later, Tyler. Thanks for the memories.
That's right.
You and Nolan Smith can play in China.
Speaking of China, did you see the news today?
No.
The news today.
Tracy Goldberg.
No. The first point guard ever to come out of high school, Sebastian Telfair.
Oh, Bassie. Okay.
Yeah.
He signed?
He signed in China.
With his cousin's team?
I don't know.
With his cousin, Stephon Marbury?
I did not look that far into it.
Yeah, I know. It's not worth it.
He probably didn't, probably wouldn't like the competition.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's funny, the competition.
So he will not see him for 5 games with the Phoenix Suns this year. Maybe he will, because it's up in February, like Kenya Martin.
Oh, yeah? You might need a playoff push.
Yeah.
Your best.
Yeah. So we kind of covered the Knicks and Nets, and that they're pretty much interchangeable. I give the Knicks a nod over the season, but I think in the playoffs for sure I would take Brooklyn over them. But I think Brooklyn doesn't really care about the regular season that much.
Not at all.
They just need to get there. and they feel now they can probably beat anybody. But
did you hear about? I think Nets are just so intriguing.
Yeah.
It's just like you got a former MVP. Was he ever an MVP?
Yeah.
Okay, I can remember his.
I think he's MVP one of those years that they went to the finals.
Okay, so you got a former MVP. Just retired, becomes a coach.
Yeah.
This is like MLS or European soccer stuff,
Yeah, not NBA.
You don't see this in professional sports.
Yeah. And he's not taking over a shitty team.
No, not at all.
Expectations.
Exactly. But two other Hall of Famers that he grew up with in the NBA.
And not only that, but they're spending more in luxury tax than most teams are paying for their entire payroll.
I know. Michael Jordan would just...
what?
You're doing what?
Yeah.
And, it's just so intriguing. And, well, Deron Williams, I see that he didn't eat any McDonald's this offseason, so he's looking pretty... not as robust.
Also, he switched to, Carl's Jr.
Yeah, something like that.
Something else.
He got the Jimmy Dean one, he just throws in the microwave. They're like turkey.
Yeah.
It's just going to be so interesting to see if that team does it, especially in that media market.
Yeah.
I'm just really intrigued by
it. The rivalry there should be pretty good.
Yeah, really.
They're shit talking already.
Especially with Melo, speaking of the Knicks, Melo thinking that, I think he thinks he's somebody. I think we've gotten to the point where it's been 10 years,
yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, you were great and got 1 year of college, you did.
Yeah.
I think Bohan might have had something to do with it.
Yes. When you shoot 3 shots, you can lead the league in scoring.
Yeah, exactly. You know that he got out in the second round, right? And he led the playoffs, all playoffs in shot attempts. No, all the way up through game 2 of the finals. And he got, what? What? Get somebody on there that can shoot. Jeez, get Jimmy Fredette. I don't know. Get somebody.
Get Chris Mullin.
Yeah, bring Chris Mullin. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
If you don't know, we're referring to the video from looks like the Kings kind of fan day, kind of like Blazers have fan fest, where there's 3-point shooting contests, and NBA legend Chris Mullin from Run TMC.
Run TMC, yes.
Beat everyone he's a minority owner. Is he a minority owner for them? I think.
Yeah, I think he might have a little stake in there.
The
Jay-Z stake.
Yeah. Anyway, he beat all the players in the 3-point contest and went 14 for 15.
Kill him. And they got the big Jimmer Fredette,
Yes, the legend.
The legend.
So, all right, going down number 6.
I have Cleveland.
I have the Atlanta Hawks.
Ooh.
Really? Because when you get to this point, the East sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
So, because I really like Millsap.
I love him, but what's the rest of the 4?
You got Horford.
Oh, okay. I forget about
You got Kyle Korver chucking. And I know they really like some point guard of theirs. They likened him to Rondo, but do they still have, was it Marcus Teague? Or is it?
Yeah, they still do have, it's Marcus Teague. His brother plays for Chicago.
Yeah. So, Atlanta.
Wow, okay. I'm sure I have them 11th.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't. Oh, they got Elton Brand.
Oh, dude, totally forgot about it. Okay, so they got Elton Brand and Millsap. You think Elton will start?
No.
No, okay.
Let's see. Well, they got Lou Williams, Jeff Teague, yeah.
I love this German guy, Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Big
that's the guy that they were comparing to Rondo. I heard that.
He's nice. I've seen a lot of footage of him. He's going to make some noise.
All right, so we're done talking. They're boring. We're not talking.
Well, except for that, the one other point on them is they had that dude with the big hair. I can't remember his name, but he's not coming over this year, but he's going to be a player too. I wish I could remember his name so it'd be relevant.
Maybe in the next pod.
Yeah, the next pod.
All right, so 7, who you got?
I have Toronto. The Toronto Raptors.
I have Washington.
Ooh.
No, when Wall came back, he didn't start the season. Came back, they had a really good record.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have veteran guys that should at least be able to put a 40 and 42 season together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That would get you 7th in the East.
That might get you home court.
So, do you think that Beal's finally going to show us something?
I think he will, because I think him playing with Wall made it so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get him all the easy shots.
And who's there? There's a 3 trio of young guys. Beal,
Martell Webster.
Oh, Hey, shout out to Big Martell. Still making money.
That's right.
Money.
He's still only like 24 years old now. So it's probably what, like 26, 27?
Yeah, probably comes back to Portland to hang out at Lloyd Center.
Yeah, that's the only place that still has his jersey.
At that Oregon store.
Yeah. Oh no, was it the Portland Smash?
No, Portland Smash. Yeah. That's what is that? Who is the other guy? So it's Wall. Beal.
They have
another young guy.
Otto Porter.
Oh, Otto Porter! Woo! Can't wait to see him in the NBA. He's going to be nice. He's going to be start from the moment. I mean, I don't know how he's been doing in the preseason, but from day one, game one, he's going to be nice.
Yeah.
And so I think that, but it's going to be funny. Like, I wonder how long until Beal's coming off the bench.
Oh, yeah.
Because Porter is better than Beal, and he's more defensive.
Well, I thought that Porter's a 3 and Beal's a 2. So.
Oh, okay.
But depends.
I was always kind of iffy on what Porter was.
I think he's a 3.
Okay, that works.
And then, well, they might, because Martell, he could start at the 2. They still got Trevor Ariza.
His carcass.
Shouldn't have left L.A.
He shouldn't have. Well, I think he didn't have a choice. Didn't they trade him? He's part of the Ron Artest trade.
I think he was going to sign with... No, I think they might have done a sign trade, but I think he was planning on signing with Houston. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so going on to number 8, who you got?
Washington.
I got Cleveland Cavaliers.
Ooh, they're an intriguing team.
They are. I'm not sure, though, if they'll want to try to make the playoffs, because you know how they have that pipe dream of LeBron coming back?
Yeah, I know.
And if they are in the lottery, you know, because they would still have Bynum at center, Varejao was homie,
okay.
LeBron at 3, they could trade Bennett, or they have Bennett and Thompson, and of course they have Kyrie, who's a stud.
Yeah, Bennett's I don't know, question mark to me.
Yeah,
like I don't think he's gonna suck, but it's just like
he doesn't. To be the number 1 pick, you at least you have to have a set position. You know what I mean?
Yeah, completely. Like
yeah.
And so it's just gonna be interesting. I mean, throw him in there, like, and then I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
So how's Bynum gonna do? How long is Varejao going to last in the season until he's moved? And where is Tristan? Which one? Actually, my question is, who's going, Varejao or Thompson?
Maybe both.
You think so? Yeah.
Depends what they can get. But here's Tristan Thompson's the only player. Did you hear what he did in the offseason?
Mm-hmm.
He switched his shooting hands.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I heard he's ambidextrous, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are kind of like freaked out about it.
Yeah. We'll see how it gets, because practicing is one thing when you're in a game.
That's true. You start doing that.
But it's not like he could shoot anyway. He's not Ray Allen.
No, not at all. Well, and so you think if you can get Bennett to actually maybe be solid at the 4, then, well, actually, I don't know. Because what I would want is I'd want Bennett to be solid at the 3 and then have Thompson solid at the 4. Because right now, Varejao, he's so intriguing to like a lot of those older teams.
Yeah, like a San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio would be nice for him, but what would you give? I mean, I don't know what they could give up for him, you know what I mean?
Well, fuck, they're playing Splitter.
Oh, yeah, you can move
$9 million a year.
I couldn't believe that. I don't know. At this point, I mean, maybe... Yeah, I don't know. But he'd get eaten up by some team.
Yeah. All right. So that's the playoff teams for us. Now moving to the West, who you got number 1?
Spurs, no doubt.
Oh, no doubt?
You have Clippers?
I have the Clippers. I think that the Clippers are going to have the makings of a great regular season team. I love my beloved Atlanta Braves.
I went to the first Blazers preseason game.
True.
They played the Clippers, and the Clippers look really solid.
Yeah.
I mean, Blake Griffin, he still needs to work on. He still can't get that elbow jumper. It's like, how are you going to be like an athletic 4 and now you have an elbow jumper? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, other than that, they were looking really solid. I really like.
I think they have great balance, and I mean, there's always some place for Chris Paul to give the ball for someone to score. No,
he's so good at that. He's a magician with the ball.
No, he really is. And you think, but really, I think their Achilles heel is that they're starting 4 and 5, can't shoot free throws, and they can't throw the ball into the post to anybody.
Funny story. I went with my wife, and so DeAndre gets up there for the first free throw, and I was like, this guy cannot make free throws. So I was like, I bet you $5 it would make. This guy swishes the free throw. This guy shoots 42%. And it's like,
it's a preseason.
Yeah, that's true. No pressure.
Double or nothing in the regular season.
Yeah, I know. There was like only 10,000 people there too.
So yeah, I think they got the makings of a great regular season team. We can win a lot of games, and once it gets tight in the playoffs, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
it'll be.
Mm.
Well, and then can't forget Doc Rivers.
Yes,
Like
he's make a big
yeah,
difference.
he really bounces. You finally have somebody calling plays. It's not a player, so it's like.
Well, yeah, and not only that, but someone who's got the trust factor.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
He can tell them, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they'll go to war for this guy.
Yeah, it's not like Vinny, where it's like Coach Chris. And
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, where did he play again? Oh.
Hey, you sub in for Derek.
Yeah.
You don't coach the Bulls anymore. Yeah, coach.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
All I ever think
Good
of was the 2011 playoffs. I think it was then, and Chris Paul was it was the 2012 playoffs. Chris Paul was so mad at this guy. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I remember he said that. But so for my number 2, I have Clippers.
I have OKC.
OKC, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You think that Russell Westbrook can come back?
I'm not sure, but I do think that Durant's will is legendary.
It is. It's on there with Kobe.
Yeah, he's got like just head down, like I will destroy everybody and anybody who gets in my way.
Yeah.
But I guess that really is contingent upon a return to form and quickly of Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
But they just don't have the depth.
Not at all. You have no center. I mean, they got the big. Don't they have Cole Aldridge?
No.
Did he leave?
Yeah, they got the beat.
Oh, they got the beat still. Are they developing him well?
I don't know.
And what's up with Serge Ibaka? Is he like regressing, or is he just?
I really think
tapering out?
I'm not sure if he's regressing as to the point where he's just, you just know really what kind of player he is, which is pretty good, but a very good, I think, defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I don't know if he's got the strong mental makeup for the playoffs because like he'd be missing easy shots or.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think really it's like, he's a good player, but you're probably not going to win any rings with him as your third best player.
Yeah.
So, anyway, number 3.
Number 3, I have Houston.
All right. See, I have San Antonio here because at the same time, I don't think San Antonio really cares about the regular season. I mean, if you know how many times Pop has benched the big 3,
Mm-hmm.
And they're a year older, so that's why. But not that I don't think they're necessarily the third best team. I just think that's probably where they'll end up.
So, what do you think the impact of the finals? What's that?
Oh,
Is it put it behind them? Is it looming over them?
That'll be interesting to see.
Do you think that? I mean, I wonder if Tim Duncan's just gonna be so hungry now. I mean, he's always hungry, but now it's like.
But he's never had failure. In the
playoffs.
Never.
And so now when it's just gonna be such a fire in his belly that maybe they are gonna take the regular season by storm. A good example of that. And it's a different sport, but Peyton Manning missing that season getting traded. I mean, look what he's doing.
I know.
And Tim Duncan reminds me a lot of that. 37.
Yeah.
Top of the game. What if this guy puts up 21 and 12? That'd be insane for him,
Yeah,
at 37 years old.
If there's anyone who could do it, it would definitely be him. But I know. I just think that Ginobili's done.
Yeah, I know.
Ginobili's gotten.
Why did they bring him back? I mean, why did they lowball? I don't know what.
I don't know.
That was just such a. It was just such a weird because you're like, oh, Ginobili's a free agent, so what are they going to do? Is he just going to retire? They're going to talk him to retirement, maybe give him a little package?
Yeah.
No, you bring him back. How many years did they sign him for? 2?
I think 2 years.
28, right? Didn't they pay him 14 million?
No, I think they pay him 8 or 9.
Oh, okay, that's a little better.
But still,
damn.
That's just like a thanks. That's a retroactive.
He earned equity back then, yeah. Because I know, I'm not giving you more than 5.
Yeah.
I'll give you
for 2 both here.
Yeah.
It's
because he really just
he was awful.
But if they could just get quality Leonard, he literally looked like he was terrified to be there, because he's young.
Yeah, but I think he'll get over that hump. I mean, playing in San Antonio, they're winners and they're really they have the tradition of greatness, and I think that adapt to that. I mean, they've kind of pegged him as like the bridge from the big three to the future. So
yeah, and he really could lead it
Yeah.
if you could. I mean, I don't know if Gary Neal or Gary Neal's not there. Hill, what's his name? Well, I can't draw a blank right now. Hill. Or no, Gary Neal was the one busting threes, right?
and God no, he was a guy who went to North Carolina, Danny Green.
Danny Green he's back, right? He was in
Yeah.
the contract year.
He's back. I don't,
Unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Except that he fell off. But so it's like, but Kwame Leonard's funny.
Yeah.
It's because I honestly think that he could watch somebody get hit by a car, and he could win an NBA championship, and he would have the exact same expression. He'd just be like, oh.
Yeah.
Like he's the type of guy. If they would have won the championship, he'd be like, "When's the next game?" Okay. So number 5, what do you have?
We're on 4, right?
Oh,
Yeah, 4. I got the Rockets 4.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about the Rockets?
Like Harden's great.
Yeah, Harden is great. We don't know what we're gonna get from Dwight.
Yeah. I think Lynn is overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's dumb they didn't trade Ashik.
Yeah, he would have had
Because-
much more value.
He's not compatible with Dwight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at all. And he's upset too.
Yeah, he's pissed off, and I don't really blame him. I don't blame Houston for getting Dwight, but it's like you really got to make best use of your assets. But you also remember that they traded for Harden 2 days before the season started.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So they still might do it,
That's
and
in the pipeline.
yeah, because they've shown the willingness to make those big moves at any time.
And you only need like a semi-center. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you get like a 2015 first and say Robin Lopez for a seed,
Yeah.
why not take it?
Yeah. I mean,
You can even have Nolan Smith if you want.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, they could do that Bowens thing where they need to sign to extension so they could put him in that trade.
Oh
So
yeah.
he basically actually it started out with
Rafe LaFrance.
Keith Van Horn.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Why didn't
Yeah.
But,
They're interchangeable.
yeah.
But
That was so crazy. Did he get like $7 million, right?
just so they could be in the Jason.
He was
Kidd
like
trade.
managing a Sherry's like in New Jersey.
He's like, fuck you, I quit.
You're cool.
All right. So yeah, I think that the pieces just might not fit right as they are right now,
Mhm.
and I know they're willing to make moves, but we'll see. But we'll see if Dwight's willing to defer it all to James Harden, because
He
James
better
Harden
be.
is much better than
Much better. And so the thing, it's an interesting point because, Dwight's I'm going to redeem myself. Look like I heard he made some comments. Look at LeBron, winning, change it up, blah, blah, okay. But I think that he's gotten to the point where it's like, I'm a superstar, and now I have my own team, and so I think he's going to
Yeah.
try to
No,
win
it's
this.
James Harden's team.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you have to understand that. It's like, if you really just want to be remembered as a Hall of Famer, you need to understand this is James Harden's team,
Yes.
and you're a good second. And it's
Yes,
fine to be a second.
You're a great second. You guys can do great things together
Exactly. Nobody.
if you don't fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck it up.
Really who Dwight deserves to play with?
Who?
Carmelo.
Yeah, that would be so perfect. Dwight and Carmelo.
Yeah.
Dwight be down there in the low block. Carmelo
He's
Jackson.
wide open.
Melo Jackson.
Jab step.
Right now, it's funny you say that, and we'll probably talk about them later. But I want Melo to be on this Lakers team right now. I want him with Nick Young. I want Melo and Nick Young on the same team.
So they probably have to trade Pau Gasol for
yeah.
Pau Gasol for Carmelo.
It's a great trade. You can just run Paul Gasol and Barjani together. Oh, I don't know.
That's the challenge.
Oh, Tyson Chandler. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay,
The black holes.
you got number 5.
Number 5, I have
Yeah,
Cole.
they got Meta World Smith on Meta World Peace on there too.
Oh, yeah.
Him and J.R. Smith are going to get into a fist fight.
Yes,
this
and
year.
J.R. Smith's going to get destroyed. You do not fight
Yeah.
Meta World Peace.
Or they're going to get arrested at a strip club.
Yeah, I know.
Either or. So, or probably both.
And it's because J.R. Smith was there, and Meta World Peace was just trying to get in there and be like, hey, you need to come to my counseling session.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I'm
need this.
worried about you need to talk to my psychologist.
Oh, that's going to be so much. Could they? I know they did the nets for the hardwood or whatever, the league, the team, whatever it is. They should have done the Knicks. Man, I should have done the Knicks. All right, so we're on number 6?
5.
5. I have Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I got Golden State Warriors too.
That's perfect pick. Great team. I'm glad that they added Iguodala.
Yeah.
I think he's perfect for them. I don't know what Bogut's going to do because you never know what Bogut's going to do.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe, I don't know what they do down under, but maybe he's just in a stateside.
So, the problem is Klay Thompson's moving to the bench.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or
Yeah.
no, or Harrison Barnes. Depends.
I'm moving Klay Thompson to the bench.
Yeah.
And then I'm running it. Well, no, Harrison Barnes is such a 3. I don't think you run him at 2.
No, but Iggy can play the 2. But who do you think would be? I think you can have Klay Thompson be more effective off the bench because you just like I'm a scorer.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes, I still think is a complimentary player.
Mm-hmm.
Not really asserted himself.
He's still developing. He's
Yeah.
still rounding stuff out. I think he thinks he's still Kobe. It's like, okay, let's slow it down, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's like if we can, I mean, yeah, if they could run that 5 and you could have Klay Thompson be like, he could be a 6-man candidate, completely, super sub.
I should put him on my 6th man.
Yeah, he'd be a great 6-man
But
candidate.
I guess I wasn't sure if he was.
Yeah, we don't know,
Yeah.
so we don't know if he's eligible.
Number 6.
The number 6, Memphis.
Me too.
Yeah, they're still grit and grind.
Yeah, like they can still do damage in the playoffs, but they're still so fucking ugly.
Yeah, I know. It's just so like, why is Nate McMillan up there, coach?
Yeah, because he probably doesn't like analytics.
Yeah, that's probably exactly it. Dave Jordan. What's his name? Do we know his name? I'm just gonna call him Davey.
Yeah, Davy J.
Davy J. Just coaching the Memphis Grizzlies. Screwed a really good coach out of a team.
Yeah.
Why would you not just fire D'Antoni of your Lakers and bring Lionel Hollins?
Because they're playing Mike Brown.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They'll probably want to play 2 coaches to not coach.
Like I would have brought Lionel Hollins in and George Karl with been associate head coaches.
Yeah.
Just had this tandem. I mean,
Yeah.
and I would have brought in a lot. Well, I guess they're trying to play for a good 2014 pick, but it just. I know I keep talking about the Lakers, just because they're just such a dysfunctional mess. It's just like,
Yeah.
everything that has to do with other teams is like, how did they not bring Lionel Hollins back? You know, it's like,
Because
because
they pay 2 coaches a lot of money.
no. I'm sorry. I meant why didn't Memphis?
Oh, Memphis.
Why
Why
didn't
did they bring him?
Memphis bring Lionel Hollins?
God.
Like I know they're going for the analytics thing, and you have what's his name, Hollinger in there now.
Yeah,
So it's like, what?
because Hollins just giant fuck you to the.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's all old school.
Yeah.
He'll land on his feet this offseason.
Oh yeah.
It'll be nice.
7.
This is where it gets a little weird, but I have Portland.
I have Minnesota. A.
Yeah,
Because
don't you know?
yeah, because I didn't want to be like so big of a homer.
Yeah, I understand that. And I think it's one of those things that's so interchangeable because
Yeah.
you don't know what you're getting from either one of those teams.
No, you're right.
You know, it's like Portland has so many new faces. Minnesota's added like some.
Yeah, well, they got. Didn't they?
Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin, Corey Brewer.
Oh yeah, Corey Brewer.
They re-signed Pekovic and
Smart.
Budinger.
Oh yeah, Budinger. They got Budinger too.
So I mean, they got. But really, I think to me it comes down to is Kevin Love healthy? Because Kevin Love's the MVP candidate when he's healthy.
40% of the team.
Yeah.
And Pekovic is nice. Like I think Pekovic almost makes Kevin Love a little expendable. Not that you don't want him with Kevin, but if you have to, you know.
Yeah. Well, he. I think they complement each other well. Because he got the skill and like this brute, kind of 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lucas Long.
Yeah, Lucas Long, I like that.
Except for not nearly as good.
But if you don't are successful, if you're a Minnesota fan, aren't you terrified that Kevin Love's contract's up? The Lakers have all this like money,
Yes.
Like they already have a number 42. Oh no, that's Melton Baylor. So they got some number like. Yeah. Kevin Love is just so inevitable.
No, they don't have a number. They just have like a dump truck full of money.
They just back it up and just, here you go, Kevin. I'll come to the Lakers. Like, it's terrifying,
Yeah, I would be because he will not stay. They have not made the playoffs
at all. I don't think he's made the playoffs once. Mm-hmm. If they don't make it this time, and I mean, as much as we put you got them 7th, they could easily be 9th, right? Don't you think? Like
9th or 10th.
Yeah, tail end of that Western Conference. So it's like we'll see what we're gonna get from them. It was Rubio finally going to start shooting? Like, maybe Kevin Martin.
He's so nice, but he can't shoot.
Yeah, at all. And if you can imagine if he could shoot, he'd be a rich man's Jason Kidd.
Yeah, and Jason Kidd's rich.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's funny, about that is like, this is something maybe Minnesota fans can think about is it took Jason Kidd forever to be able to shoot. Remember, like he didn't start shooting until his like 8th, 9th season.
Yes, and then he could only shoot threes.
Yeah, it was only threes.
And free throws, but nothing in between.
Yeah, they just need to. They get Andre Miller to retire, and he can be the shooting coach. I don't know.
All right. So number 8, who you got?
I have Minnesota.
And I have Portland.
Okay.
Like I said, I think they're interchangeable. I would just, and to me, like, and this year the West is so tough. Like getting the 8th seed is like getting the 4th seed in the East. You know, there's no shame like in just like you squeaked into playoffs. It's gonna be tough.
Tough.
Really tough. And I just gotta see how invested LaMarcus is in the team.
Mm-hmm.
How much of an impact Robin Lopez has, which he doesn't have to do a lot to make a big impact. He can do
just a little
bit and it'll make a big impact. I think Damian's now. People are going like, how can Damian be better? It's like he's gonna be better.
Oh yeah, he can do
it. Efficiency,
shooting,
like better shot selection, and obviously defense, which you could. Apparently he's been. Trey Burke. It's. But apparently he, none of the fucking preseason games are on TV, but apparently he locked him down.
TV.
He locked him down pretty good from all accounts, but
yeah, and I think that he's really worked on his defense. Not that it was bad last year, but I just think it was.
He wants to be a complete player,
and I think he can totally be that. Especially like you were saying, his shot selection. That was one thing sometimes he had trouble with.
Well, yeah, I think he can just. Because he'll learn that with his skill set, he can probably get any shot that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, he can work a little bit or try, a few things before taking a three-pointer or taking, So, and I think that's more of, kind of letting the game come to him. And that comes with experience.
Oh, yeah.
But he's, he was ahead of the curve last year. I think he's going to stay ahead of the curve this year.
It's nice to get a 4-year player, 22-year-old. Good head on his shoulders.
With complete and healthy meniscuses.
Yeah, meniscuses are very important. Absolutely. And I just wonder if he's more of a leader than LaMarcus.
Oh yeah.
LaMarcus is just so cool. I just hope that if LaMarcus wants to stay around, he can become the leader, and LaMarcus won't try to undermine anything. Yeah, start being yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As a Blazer fan, I'm a proponent for trading LaMarcus, but. If he wants to stick around and give us 7 rebounds, that's totally fine with me.
7 of the hardest earned,
man. Jeez. Thomas Robinson's going to have 11 rebounds a game.
Yeah, his per-minute rebound numbers are going to be fantastic.
Oh, I'm just Thomas Robinson. Alan Crabb is going to be a fan favorite. This guy is so athletic. What he can do, he's going to be doing crazy dunks. And then you're going to have Will Barton out there, who's pretty athletic. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like a 6'5" Travis Outlaw.
Yeah, exactly.
I like him. I
like him too. And I just think with him, and we can't forget Mo Williams is going to be there.
No, Mo Williams is going to be. I remember when he was signed, him talking about being a mentor to younger players. We talked about when he came. I don't remember who the player was, but he said it was a veteran guard that was just basically. Wouldn't talk to him, wouldn't give him the time of the day because they want him competing for him with his job. And I remember.
You talking about when he went to Utah?
No, when he first broke into the league.
Oh, Mo Williams said this. Okay, yeah.
And so, he's like, man, if I ever get that chance, I'm never going to be like that.
Good.
And so, especially with C.J. McCollum being out for the first few months, sitting next to him on the bench, as big as but of course he's also gonna be. It's not like Juwan Howard. He's gonna be able to help on the court. Really
doing some stuff.
Yeah.
And don't forget about Boykins. Or is it Watson?
Watson.
I get those two guys mixed up. They're just two short guys. So Watson's another one. That guy I think is gonna be he's gonna take over Fisher as the Players Association president. So he's a smart veteran. he's more of a practice player at this point, but I mean,
that's still
the
important.
knowledge he's going to be able to impart to like Damon, Crab, McCollum. You know, it's like or Damien. I always call him Damon, but it's just the Blazers they're just really intriguing. You know.
Yeah. Well, and also another thing that I'm not sure if it's really picked up on is what Olshey's done is he's accumulated a lot of assets.
A lot of assets.
Like he did before he traded for Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Marcin Gortat.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.